And happy March 2nd, 2024. Let's see if we actually go live here. Looks like people are filtering in. People are telling me that they did not get the. It's interesting. I got no. I'm not seeing a video. I'm seeing a blank screen. If you can hear me, let me know in the comments. Let me see here. What is going on? There we go. Holy cow, it took a minute for everything to come through. All right. So, happy March 2nd, 2024. I'm getting some messages. So what's really weird is that people don't seem to be getting notifications about the live, but when they are opening YouTube, then it's showing in the app. So I don't know, maybe people have notifications muted or whatever. But definitely interesting. So I hope everybody's doing well this morning. Make sure you smash that like button. Morning, JH. So there's just a couple things to talk about this morning, kind of a free-for-all. So if you've got questions, let me know. First thing I want to talk about is, good morning, Jacob and Engineer Austin. So I am going to pull up the, let's see here, the community page. I need to redo my banner now, right? Because the banner just says, if you need consulting, go to williehowe.com. I need to add social links, like on the left-hand side and on the top. I need to add join our community, because we really do want you to join our community. So if you go to community.williehowe.com, and I put a link to this down in the video description. And stand by, please. And I think I figured out what has caused the camera problem. I think that it is bad power source. So, but I am, Alonzo sent me this really awesome Microsoft camera. And so I am going to be rearranging my office starting tonight. I am reimagining this space. And you're saying, well, what's that got to do with the community? Well, if you go over to the community.williehowe.com, and you sign up, first of all, it's free. At some point, we do plan on having a premium section where our trainings will be hosted, and we're still trying to figure out pricing and all that. You know, we've experimented and dabbled with different types of trainings over the last few years, and just trying to figure out where the price point needs to be for the value and all that. Anyway, if you come on over to the community and you sign up, you can see that there is this yard sale option right here. And what we're going to do, first of all, anybody's going to be allowed to post in yard sale. So if you've got gear and you want to sell it and you want to be reasonable, and we are going to keep this to IT gear. We're not going to open this up to just general stuff. It's going to be IT gear. But I have, you would not believe how much equipment I have accumulated over the years. Some of it I'll only charge shipping for because it was given to me, so I can't charge money for it. You know, so you just have to pay shipping, things like that. But the point is, I've got a lot of stuff. I need to get it cleaned up. A lot of you have a lot of stuff. And I take really good care of my stuff. Most of my stuff still has the original boxes. Here in the last couple of years, I've gotten on a kick about getting rid of cardboard boxes, not accumulating cardboard. So some of it's gone, but, and then of course, some of the gear I did pay for. So, you know, the price will be different on that, but it is not going to be, I'm not going to be obviously asking new with warranty prices. This is going to be to move this equipment, get it into somebody else's loving hands in their lab, because I am going to totally reimagine my office, like I said, starting tonight. So I'm going to put like a 4-post rack in here. So behind me, I imagine it being like, because the shot's going to be wider, right? Because right now I sit about a meter, a yardstick away from the camera. So the camera will be set back a little further. And back behind me, there'll be a rack full of equipment on this side. On this side, I'm going to have a shelf with all the different IP phones that we have and that we support. And I'm going to make them all live and register to the same extension just for fun one time. But come on over and join up for the community. Sign up, join up. We want everybody here. And you can see, and we've got a couple hundred members already. We kind of did like a soft launch last weekend, and we're getting a lot of conversation going and stuff like that. Come on over, start your thread, ask your questions. We'll let you know if we're getting too far into the weeds, but, I'm just looking at Zach 706's response here. We've got this thread going about the 3-2-1 backup plan with Synology. So come on over to the community, sign up. We'd love to have you there. So, and then you can see I got my tabs up here for the 4-post rack. I think I'm going to go with the StarTech. But, all right, so back over to the comments. Good morning, CH. Cody, good morning. Alonzo, I was just talking about you, Alonzo. I don't know if you got it or not, but, this is going to become one of my primary cameras. This thing it's an insanely good camera, this Microsoft camera that he sent. That's meant to be used with the Kinect SDK, but can be used as a Windows webcam. So I think you can shoot in 3D with this, maybe, too. I have to figure that out. Good morning, Gray Matter. Ryan, good morning. Tim, Jason. Ryan, for some people, there will be local pickup. Hey, Zach. Zach, you just saw that I had Zach's forum post open there. Let me hit the live button so I can see what I'm seeing. So, yeah, if you're not signed up with the community, make sure you're over there. Then the other thing that I want to talk about was I did my video about edge routers and are they secure? And like I said, out of the box, what just dinged? Did I lose my audio now? Camera again. Hold on. There it goes. It's back. Okay. My audio is a little low. All right, how's my audio now? But anyway, edge routers, like I said, out of the box. Now the thing is, some people brought up some really good stuff in the comments. If you go over and you look at that video, they said other consumer routers have more problems than the edge router. Well, the edge router by default doesn't do anything. You have to configure it, which means that all the edge routers that the FBI has identified, someone configured them, whether they did it manually, whether they had some sort of a provisioning system, but they obviously did it wrong. But other home routers are also can be, they have the drive-by, hacking stuff where, you go to a site, it downloads some software, and they hit your router. You're using default credentials, and now you're sunk, right? So it's not just edge routers, but they specifically named Ubiquiti edge routers. And so I've got to believe that there are other botnets that are using other routers. So why they just specifically, maybe the amount of edge routers that are out there that are misconfigured is such a large amount. What I would like for the FBI to do is to release a list of the ISPs, because they also named WISPs, which is not fair, right? To just say that it's a wireless internet service provider problem. I hate the word fair. It's not. We're not telling the whole story if we just say WISPs, because I know a lot of fiber providers that use edge routers. I know a lot of business consultants that use edge routers, right? So there's multiple ways for these to get out there, not just through WISPs. So that wording to me was a little odd. It almost felt like a hit piece. You know what I mean? Like when you read the article, because it's Ubiquiti edge routers, Ubiquiti edge routers, edge routers, edge routers, edge routers. And yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of them out there that are not configured correctly. but there are also other routers. So I would love to also see if the FBI has patched other routers, which if they did Ubiquiti Edge routers, they probably did Linksys and D-Link and TP-Link and all these other home routers that you can run to Best Buy or Walmart and pick up, and people just throw them in. And yeah, JH makes a great point, is that MikroTik has been just as bad, and JH says EdgeOS is great, but it needs config like all others out there. But that's the thing, right, JH? If I take this out of the box and I plug it in right now, and I plug in to any of the ports, I don't get an IP address. It serves no internet, right? So like out of the box, the Edge router is pretty damn secure because it doesn't do anything. All right, got to get that power source fixed. But that's the thing, right? So like out of the box, this is crazy secure. It does nothing. Has to be configured. Anyway, so those are the two things I really wanted to talk about. What kind of questions you got this morning? JH says, how's the hypervisor picking going? So I have it narrowed down to, I think XCP-NG will be good in a lot of cases. In fact, as soon as I get the office redone, I'm going to run three hypervisors, and I've got a server coming from Protectly. Let me pull it up real quick and show you what I got. Let's see here. Let's see if I got the URL right. Oh, I did. Okay. So they've got this new Vault Pro VP 6600 series. And you can see they've got 10 gig SFP. So let me show you the one that I'm getting. Let's see here. So this is the model that I've got coming, the i5. So it comes with an i5, that's that 12th gen, 10 core, 12 thread, two 10 gig SFP plus ports, and four 2.5 gig ports. I've got 64 gigs of RAM coming in this, and I've got I think it's the 250 gig Kingston NVMe, because I'm just going to have the operating system on there. It won't have any VMs locally, so I'm not having any other storage in it, and I'm bringing my own SFP. I did not have them put a TPM in it. I don't plan on running anything. So I will probably do like a decision wheel to see what my base OS is going to be, and then the other two hypervisors, I'm going to nest them for testing. I've got some other hardware, and my whole goal with the lab redesign. So my lab is now actually going to be spanning two physical places, and one will continue to have two single post racks and then a counter, and then the other one's going to be in here with everything rack mounted. But as it grows, I want to be paying attention and being conscious to how much money I'm spending on electricity, because electricity here has still not gone back down. I mean, our electricity bill, just the electricity usage last month was like $300. So I've got to be cognizant of that, and I don't want to keep ratcheting up the electric bill. So I'm excited to have that on the way. I've got some videos in queue. Uno momento. Yeah, I do believe that this is a power source issue. So the next time we live stream, that problem will be fixed. The office should be rearranged. I've got to order some blackout. So I've got a window, and I've got to order some blackout stuff, because the window will also be behind me, and I don't want light shining through there, when I'm trying to film and things like that. So right now I use the office kind of horizontally, right? I take advantage of the length, and we're gonna spin it And the other thing that I'm doing is I'm going to get a couple barrel chairs and a little end table to go in between them, and we're going to set up podcasting there so we can film Bits and Bourbon and some of the other podcasts that I've been trying to get spun up. So I also started another company last year called Howe Tasteful, and it is to provide unique tasting experiences, and it's really centered around bourbon and American whiskey, Irish whiskey, and so I finally I had a guy that was looking into all the liquor laws, right? Because that's like the hardest thing about anything you do with alcohol, right? Making sure you're not violating the law. So last year I went back and forth with the Illinois Liquor Commission, and we were, trying to figure out exactly what kind of licenses I would need. They couldn't tell me exactly what kind of licenses I needed. And in Illinois, it's going to depend on the local municipality as well. And so we think we got it figured out. So we are going to do a complete launch on the website, all the social and everything for that here shortly. But yeah, I have absolutely no idea why the disconnect is happening so bad this morning. Besides, I think it's a power issue where we're drawing the power for the camera from. So JH says that he can't use XCPNG until they fix a 2 terabyte drive size. I agree with that. So yeah, Alonzo, our total bill for the local, with that and gas, we're like $450 a month. And I don't have solar yet. I don't want to do the same thing that people are doing, where they're taking out a loan for solar, and they got a 10, 20, or 30-year loan on solar panels. So we do have a solar fund where we're squirreling money away. I have an electrician friend, and once we've got the money to do it, we're just going to do it. Because from what I'm seeing, people that I'm talking to, their monthly payment on their solar is equal to what they're paying for for electric, right? So to me, that doesn't make any sense. If you're going to do something that needs to save you money, and you're paying on it for 30 years, well, you've got inverters are going to go bad. Your panels start losing their efficiency after year 1, right? Takes steep declines after year 10. So, solar, there's some marketing there. It's a good thing, but there is some marketing there. JH says, what hypervisors are you? So I'm going to use Proxmox, Harvester, and probably XCP-NG. And this camera really does not want us to have a live stream this morning. And now, I thought it was dead. There it goes. Okay, back for now. But I think that might be a sign, right? Like, JH says, I've gone down the Hyper-V route because I'm paying for data center anyway. Yeah. All right, so it was good to talk to everybody this morning, and I just don't think I'm going to be able to keep this camera connected. So go on over, join the community. We want to have you there. If you need consulting, reach out. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because this camera is going to disconnect again. And reach out, email, join the community, go over and make your post. Thanks for spending like 18 minutes with me here this morning. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and we are going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I'll see you. Watch for a video coming today or tomorrow.